Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to my online class. I am Mrs. Sandhya Raje, Digital English from JNV Nanded. Today, let us see what reported speech is. There are two types, direct and indirect speech. There are two ways of reporting what a person has said, direct and indirect. This direct and indirect speech is also known as reported speech. Let us see first what direct speech is. In direct speech, we repeat the original speaker's exact words. Example, he said, I have lost my books. Remarks, thus repeated, are placed between inverted commas, and a comma is placed immediately before the remark. Direct speech is found in conversations, in books, in plays, and in quotations. Whatever we have said or whatever the remarks which is commented by the people, it is kept in the inverted commas like this. Okay. In indirect speech, we give the exact meaning of a remark or a speech without necessarily using the speaker's exact words. For example, he said that he had lost his books. There is no comma after say in indirect speech that can usually be omitted after say and tell plus object. So here we do not put any commas. Instead, we write that. A narration sentence has two parts. These are reporting verb and reported speech. Reported speech, the part of the narration sentence which is in the inverted called reported speech. Reporting verb, the part which is outside the inverted commas is called reporting verb. Somebody is talking. So whatever they have talked, that is kept in a inverted comma. Okay. See the example, how the sentence is in direct speech and how do you convert that into indirect speech. He said, she is my daughter. In indirect speech, it is, he said that she was his daughter. So here, she means his daughter. Okay. I saw her the day before yesterday, he said. He said he had seen her 2 days before. I'll do it tomorrow, he promised. He promised that he would do it the next day. So, how you just see the changes in words. Tomorrow is changed in the next day. So, these changes are necessary in indirect speech. This and that used as adjectives usually change to the direct. He said, I bought these earrings for my mother. So here this will change into that. He said that he had bought the earrings for his mother. These used as pronouns can become it, they, them. He said, we will discuss this tomorrow. He said that they would discuss the matter the next day. Change of tense. In indirect speech, change of tense takes place if and only if the reporting verb is in past tense. No change of tense is made if the reporting verb is in present or future tense. When the reporting verb is in present or future tense. See, these are the examples of present tense and future tense. Peter says, I want to become an engineer. Peter says that he wants to become an engineer. The teacher will say everybody has to maintain silence. The teacher will say that everybody has to maintain silence. Go through all the examples which are the examples of present tense and simple future. When the reporting verb is in past tense. When the reporting verb is in past tense, the change of reported speech takes place as shown below. The man said to the boy, you are not serious about your studies. The man told the boy that he was not serious about his studies. Suhani said to her mother, I learnt many new theories today. Suhani told her mother that she had learnt many new theories that day. So here, today, today became that day in indirect speech. I will tell you the changes which take place in indirect speech. Afterwards, I will give you a list. So write it in your notebook. Shipra said to her, I want to see you now at my home. Shipra told her that she wanted to see her then at her home. Here, now became then. He said to me, I was observing you at the party. He told me that he had been observing me at the party. There are some exceptions. Let us see. The tense of the reported speech is kept as it is. If it is a universal truth or habitual action or historical fact, irrespective of the reporting verb example. So sometimes what happens? Actually, there is a rule. So present tense will become past tense will become past perfect tense. But there are some sentences which says that universal truth or habitual action which is going on every day or historical fact which had happened. Okay, you cannot change all these things. For example, our teacher said the earth is round. So the earth is round is a universal truth. So you cannot change it. If you write according to the grammar, if you write the earth was round, what will happen? The meaning will change. Earth is always round. So you cannot change. My father said to me yesterday, God always observes our passion for our dreams. So this is also a truth. You cannot change it. So keep as it is. Okay. Neha said India is great. You cannot write India was great. Right? So such sentences. Mr. Nene said to his students, I am unable to hear low voices. He is really unable to hear low voices. It is a truth. Ravi said to his younger brother, Salim was also called Jahangir. Okay. So in indirect speech, he was called and Jahangir because already the sentence is in past tense. If the reported speech is about two simultaneously happening actions, suppose in one sentence two things are going on. For example, Sahil said, the dogs were barking while I was walking in the park. Here two actions are going on. Which one? Now the first one is the dogs were barking. Okay. I was walking in the park. So these two sentences are in one sentence. So here how you will write? Sahil said the dogs were barking while he was walking in the park. There are no major changes in such sentences. If the reported speech is about an imaginary sentence, Dr. Mohan said, if I were a bird, I would fly somewhere. You know, here also there are two sentences and past tense that too, and that is an imaginary sentence because nobody will become a real bird and nobody can fly, right? So Mohan said that if he were a bird, he would fly everywhere. When changing from direct to indirect speech, you need to change the grammar in certain ways. Verb tense forms usually need to change. The tenses generally move backwards in this way. Present simple tense into past simple tense. Present continuous tense into past continuous tense. Present perfect tense into past perfect tense. So, if these tenses are in these these sentences, it will become vice versa in reported speech, in indirect speech. Okay. Simple past tense into past perfect tense. Past continuous tense into past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect remains as it is because already it is past perfect. Will become would. Will be into would be. Will have into would have. Will have been into would have been. So these are the changes from direct to indirect speech. Other verb form changes in indirect speech. Can becomes could. Could remains as it is. Have to become had to. Must into must or had to. May into might. Might remains as it is. Should remains as it is. Remember all these things. These are the changes of time and place in the reported speech, in indirect speech. Okay. Now becomes then. Today becomes that day. Here becomes there. This changed into that. Tomorrow, the following day, or the next day, the day after. Any one of three. Next week becomes the following week, the next week, the week after. Yesterday, the previous day, the day before. Last week, the previous week, the week before. Ago, previously, before. Tonight, that night. So these are the changes. If these words are in direct speech, it will become like this. Okay. There is no change in verb tenses in indirect speech when the introductory verb is in the present, present perfect or future. If the reported sentence deals with a fact or general truth, just now I told you, the reported sentence contains a time clause. The verb of the sentence is in the unreal past, the second or the third conditional. Okay. The subjunctive stays unchanged in the subordinate clause. Had better, could, would, used to, should, might, ought to, and must not remain unchanged. So these are the words. They remain same in direct or indirect speech. If the speaker reports something immediately or soon after it was said, no change in the verb tenses in reported speech. Rules for the change of tenses. When the reporting verb is in the past tense, all present tenses within the inverted commas are changed into the corresponding past tenses. For example, see, simple present will change into simple past. This is the example for this. Let us go by tense wise with examples. She said, I am fine. She said that she was fine. Here she means this. I means here she. Present continuous will change into past continuous tense. She said, I am going. She said that she was going. So this will become very clear to you when we go tense wise. When you know all the tenses, then only it is easy for you to make these changes. Present perfect tense will change into past perfect tense. She said, I have finished. She said that she had finished. Remember one thing, this have will become, have comes in front of I, we, you and they. Okay. Present perfect progressive will change into past perfect progressive. She said, I have been working. She said that she had been working. Simple past. So these are the examples for present tense. Simple present, present continuous, present perfect tense and present perfect continuous tense. Okay. Now let us go to past tense. Simple past. Simple past will change into past perfect. He said, I wrote a letter. He said that he had written a letter. So past tense will become into past perfect. Past perfect will not change. He said, I had made a call. I said that I had made a call. So remember all these things. Okay. Points to be noted. The tenses may not change if the sentence is still relevant or if it is an universal truth. Just now I told you about this. We can often choose whether to keep the original tenses or change them. He said, I know your address. He said that he knows her address. She said, English is easy to learn. She said that English is easy to learn. So you cannot write was here, It's wrong. He said, I have missed the train. He said that he has missed the train. The teacher said the earth goes round the sun. The teacher said that the earth goes round the sun. You cannot write earth went. It is going on every day, right? After present, future and present perfect reporting verbs, tenses are usually the same as in the original. He says, I don't want to play anymore. He says that he does not want to play anymore. I will tell her your idea is great. I will tell her your idea is great. So there will be no changes here. The government has announced taxes will be raised. The government has announced that taxes will be raised. It remains as it is. Modal verbs in indirect speech. The modals will, shall, can and may change to their corresponding past tense forms in indirect speech. He said, I can swim. He said that he could swim. Can became could here. I said, I will probably be late. I said that I would probably be late. So here will became would. These are the changes in modals. The modals would, should, could, might, ought and must are normally unchanged after past reporting verbs in indirect speech. This is also true of modal need and had better. He said, it would be nice if I could see you again. He said that it would be nice if he could see me again. So no changes in modals here. She said, it must be pretty late. I really must go. She said that it must be pretty late and she really must go. Again here there are no changes because these are already past tense modals. How do you change pronouns in indirect speech? Okay. A change in speaker may mean a change of pronoun. Alice, I am going home. Mary, Alice said that she was going home. In the example given below, Alice says I to refer to herself. Mary, talking about what Alice said, naturally uses she. Okay. Bill said that he did not like the party. Not Bill, actually I did not like the party. Okay. First person pronouns. Okay. What are the first person pronouns? I, we, me, mine, us, ours. Normally change to the third person. He, she, they, his, her, their, him, her and them. He told her, I want to meet your father. He told her that he wanted to meet her father. There will be no change in the pronoun when the speaker reports his own words. I said I was going. I said that I was going. Because here I am talking, I am saying, so there will be no change. Second person pronouns. You, yours. Change according to the person of the object of the reporting verb. He told her, I love you. He told her that he loved her. I told him, you are a stupid. I told him he was a stupid. Third person pronouns do not normally change in the reported speech. She said, I love him. She said that she loved him. Rules for the change of adverbs. Let us talk about the adverbs now. Words showing nearness in direct speech are normally changed into words showing distance in indirect speech. The most common changes are given below. Now just changes to then. Come sometimes changes to go. Today changes to that day. Tomorrow changes to the next day. Yesterday changes into the day before yesterday. Last week to the previous week. Ago changes to before. This sometimes changes to that. Here changes to there. So these are all the words which are the examples of adverbs. These are the examples. Write all the examples. They are including the examples for adverbs. How it changes into indirect speech. Go through all the words. Okay. I have also given the answers. First you try to write your own, and why I have given the answers, so that you can check your answers yourself. Okay. So don't look at the answers first. Write all these words first. Try to do on your own. Then if you don't get the answer, then you refer these answers. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.